Yeah, Christine is one powerful woman that every Zambian should learn about and get inspired by her life, and especially that she was a woman, but she stood up for her rights. Most people know her because of the Public Order Act, which she stood up against and went to court for. But there are so many things that Christina did in her life. She was a freedom fighter, fought alongside people like Kenneth Kaunda, Sikota Wina, and the rest, all the freedom fighters you can talk about. She was one of those. She was a teacher by profession, and she fought for freedom and Zambia's freedom by providing children, that is pupils from her school, to be part of tests of colonial rule. There's one famous photograph, if you go to Lusaka National Museum, where you see Julia Chikamonika protesting against colonial rule, and she was undressed. And that is a very powerful protest that people have talked about. What most people don't know about that day is that Christina arranged pupils from her class to be part of that protest with Julia Chikamonika. And actually, she was arrested for that because the school authorities were very suspicious of her activities, and she spent some time in jail because of the same activities. And she's never been, really sung about her contribution to independence struggle. But what's even more striking is that after independence, when everybody had gotten freedom and were so happy and wanted to get along now that they had the power, she realized that the colonial rules that restricted women, especially women in the workplace, were still in force even after Zambia got independence. So she now, instead of just being in a celebratory mood, she joined the union, teachers union, and became the first woman to work full-time for the teachers union. And her mission was to fight the government to make sure that the government that she helped put in place recognized that not all was won. There were still people who were suffering, especially women, and women at the workplace, women like yourselves. So she decided to fight for women's rights at workplaces. And one of the major things that she won, or she contributed so much to, was to have Zambian women have paid maternity leave. So the maternity leave that we are enjoying, for sure.
Yeah, I was like, yay. Shout out to her, because I got my maternity leave pay in full.
Yeah. So the maternity leave that we are enjoying, and we take it for granted, we don't know it has come a long way. Because previously, when women who were working got pregnant, they were not given any maternity leave. It's either they came back for work as soon as they could or lost their jobs.
Ish.
And this used to happen under the colonial rule. And surprisingly, after independence, this still continued. And you can understand, most of the leadership was made up of men, so they didn't even understand this problem. And Christina Mulundika stood up for that. And being a mother herself, having experienced giving birth during colonial rule and being a teacher and facing all these hardships, she just said, this can't go on anymore. And she gave us what we are enjoying now, the liberty to be at work and still be a mother.